Have you heard a million times that you can move into product management from any background? Like it's a piece of cake. Do you wonder which of your existing skills are relevant to product management as well? Well, I am here to help you identify exactly that, as I myself moved from software testing into product management years back, and I'm going to share a couple of learnings that I've had. So stay tuned. Hey guys, my name is Rubab Dutt Sharma. I am a senior product manager and have around 12 years of work experience as of 2022. If you would like to know more about me or this channel, look out for the introduction video above. Otherwise, let's get right into today's topic. So the topic for today is which of your existing skills can you use for product management? Let's take a look at it together. So before I dive into what skills that you have which you can leverage, you should know what skills does a product manager need. So I've done a video before talking about exactly this on what skills that a product manager needs which are relevant as of today. So look out for the video linked above. I'm also going to leave the link of it in the description below, as that's going to give you a really good idea into what are the skills that a product manager as of 2023. So hopefully you've seen the video and you can see which of those skills are applicable to your existing role. So starting off with the first role, which is a developer or a software engineer. As I mentioned, engineers, they work very closely with the product managers, so they definitely have an upper hand as compared to the other roles. If you've seen the video, you know that there are these 5 roles which a product manager should possess. One of them is research. So in my opinion, engineers already do 50% of their research at the moment of what a product manager does, and that is something that they should definitely leverage and showcase if they want to really get into product management, because they already research about the most effective way to implement a particular feature, like be it like a code, how are you going to most effectively implement it. They also research about the pain points, because in many cases they are also directly speaking with the end users. They have the history of that, so they already know who are these users, what the target market is, and what are the pain points that they are facing. So they are already doing 50% of the research which a product manager would ideally do. The thing that they are not doing is the competitive analysis. Like they obviously know who at high level are the competitors of the product that they are working on, but they are not doing in-depth competitive analysis because they are not supposed to. They are engineers, right? I'm sure if given a chance, that is something that they would be able to do as well. So it's not a matter of them being able to do. If they are given a chance, they would definitely be able to do that. So I think whatever researches currently are being done by the developer, which I just mentioned, should definitely be showcased in the resume or whenever you are applying for a certain role, so that the recruiter and the hiring manager, they know that this developer also thinks about users. So they are not just blindly copy pasting a code from Stack Overflow and using it to build a product. They are already thinking about it from an end user's perspective. They are thinking about the most effective way to solve a particular user problem. They know who the product is getting built for. So if you see, if I am the hiring manager and I see that a developer is understanding all of these things, and obviously he or she is very proficient in coding, because that's what their main skill set is. But if they are also understanding all these things, it's definitely going to be very beneficial for the engineer if they want to get into product management. Now the second skill that a product manager has is documentation. Again, engineers already are good at documentation. So the type of documents that engineers prepare is very different from the type of documents that product managers prepare, obviously, because the roles are different. The point that I'm trying to make is that whatever skill set you have, you need to showcase that. They are already extensively preparing documentation. Our company uses Confluence. You might be using some other tool for keeping all your information in one place. So if you notice, developers have created a lot of documentation on there in terms of what a product does, how they have implemented it. They prepare release notes in many cases. They prepare the readmes. In some cases, they also craft messages which needs to go in front of the end users. So I think the skill set is already there. It's just that they've not prepared requirements documents because they are not supposed to. They are engineers, right? But if given a chance, they will definitely be able to, because they have that skill set and they have utilized it in some other way. So this should definitely be leveraged whenever you are trying to get into the role of a product manager. Now the next skill that a product manager needs is execution. So I think from all the other roles, the engineers have the most unfair advantage, because they already know from a user story there, how do you split the tasks, what exactly needs building, how it needs building, in what order it needs building. So they already know how to build a product, how to create smaller chunks of user stories from a big requirement document. So they already know the execution part of it. So it's something that is sort of understood. Whenever if I am a hiring manager and I am looking at an engineer's resume, I will obviously understand, like, they know how the product needs to get built because they are engineers, they are working with user stories day in and day out, and they are creating subtasks. They are basically the ones who are executing it. So there is no doubt in the hiring managers or recruiters mind on whether this person will be able to work with engineers or not, because they are engineer themselves. So they definitely have that unfair advantage and are very proficient in the skill of execution. The next skill that a product manager needs is prioritization. So I think again the type of prioritizations that a product manager does is a little bit different from the type of prioritization that an engineer does. So the engineers are prioritizing the bugs they should fix, they are prioritizing the order it should be fixed in, they are prioritizing for a feature the order wherein how it should be built. So there are a lot of things that they are already prioritizing. If there is any fire, like an issue on production which needs solving, they are already prioritizing that over their regular work. So I think there is no second doubts that they already possess the prioritization skills as well. Now the last skill that a product manager needs is being data driven. I think again something that I have repeatedly said above for other skills as well. Engineers are already data driven because they are making decisions by looking at monitoring logs, right? They are already looking at their product health metrics. They have monitoring in place. In some cases, I've seen with my teams that they also look at the product health metrics which are set up in Google Analytics. That is obviously an advantage. Now, a PM obviously primarily focuses on product health metrics and they do not focus on the other things which engineers are doing. So the point here is that an engineer is able to look at the data and make decisions based on that. So they already possess the skills. They know where to look at when there is a problem and how to solve that problem. So this skill is something that an engineer should definitely leverage whenever they are applying for the product management role. So I hope this gives you some insight into, and you are able to retrospect and go in that thought, oh yes, I am an engineer, but I am doing all these things. Am I showcasing them? Am I leveraging them? So I hope you take that moment for yourself and think through it and find out a way to be able to showcase these skills for the role you're applying. To sum it all up, you can be in any role at the moment or you could not be working also. So you've got to first of all understand what are the skills that a PM needs. How can you leverage? When I say leverage, it means take advantage and showcase those skills in front of a recruiter. Put it in your resume, be able to talk about it, and if you're smart enough, you would showcase data against it as well. Like instead of saying that you've researched, you could talk about these are the 3 user personas that we have for the product. Like if you're a sales professional, these are the 3 user personas that we have. So, and this is the problem statement that they're facing. So be smart enough to also quantify that if possible. But the point here is that you can leverage a lot of skills that a product manager have in order to get a role into it or get started with it. Alright, so I hope this benefits at least one person out there. I wish you luck with your job search in the product manager role. If you think I have not spoken about the situation that you are in particularly, do let me know via comments. I'll definitely get back and try providing any help that I can. All of this is based on my learning. As I said, I moved from software testing into product management because I showcased my skills which I was using in software testing to prove that I can be a good product manager as well. And that's how I moved, and that is the approach that I am recommending you as well. So that is it for today. If there's nothing else, see you all next week. Bye-bye. I forgot to say one thing. I know you can guess it. Like and subscribe. Do it right now because I came back just for it.